Well, I was 10 years old in 1967, and I was there right on the corner of Baldwin and Mack, 2:30 in the morning, and it was an extraordinary experience what I saw. I saw people smash a plate glass window in a cleaner's and all ran in and grabbed the clothes out there. I looked down the street and spray painted on the sides of buildings, and black spray paint was Soul Brother, Soul Brother, Soul Brother. And then the man that owned the liquor store was on the corner, sitting in front of the store with a shotgun draped over his lap, and nobody touched that store. Other stores were in flames. There were flames over on Seaburn Street. It was an incredible, incredible experience. I ran out of my house when I saw the flames through my back door. I didn't even wake up my mother. So I stood on that corner alone. I was the only child there. And I probably was out there for several hours. It was incredible. You know, I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what Soul Brother meant. But all I knew was that the buildings that had Soul Brother on it, people weren't messing with that. So I always remembered that. I said, well, that must be cool then, Soul Brother, I'll remember that. That incident marked the beginning of the end of my neighborhood, because now there's nothing there. It's a vacant lot, and it was a vibrant commercial strip with a bunch of families that all, had kids and great relationships. It's sad and it's tragic. Ever since that rebellion, I was waiting for that neighborhood to come back, for those stores to reopen, and they never did. The Metro Detroit area is still highly segregated, and blacks in the city of Detroit pay a disproportionate price for insurance rates, for example, than others do around the state. So there's still big problems that we need to face in this city and in this state. And because overall our state's economy is having a problem, maybe experiencing a recession, in the city of Detroit, we're experiencing a deep, deep depression. I'll tell you, me seeing all that widespread damage and violence at 10 years old, it pretty much ended my childhood. And I'll tell you why. Because a year before that, I saw a man brutally murdered in front of me, shot in the back of the head, laying on the porch. I didn't know what had happened until I saw a woman standing over him crying hysterically. Seeing that firsthand and seeing the damage in the Detroit Rebellion the next year, I think it created a view in me is that the world is a dangerous place and that I need to do something to stop the violence, to help protect people, their lives and their property. I know that's what triggered me when I saw 20 years later burned out abandoned buildings in my neighborhood as an adult coming back home from law school, and I wanted to do something about that. But it was those experiences back in '66 and '67, they're still with me, and that's what drives me to work for people as their senator. I represent that very area, that very neighborhood, those very blocks that were burnt down now as state senator. And my hope and dream is to see that neighborhood rebuilt, to see families being able to live there and enjoy their lives again. That's my hope. Sometimes I wonder if I'm still in the past, if I'm working right now to try to save those lives that passed away years ago, to rebuild the neighborhoods that were burnt down decades ago. Maybe that's futile, but I don't think so. I'm going to still keep working for that. It's just that at the time I was a kid when I saw it, I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't have fear. It was just complete amazement. But I think over the years, it festered in me. And I think that's why it's good for me right now to talk to the public and share with them. This is stuff that I've kept inside of me for years. And it's bothered me for years to see the violence, to see that destruction, and to see it go on now. It makes me sad, it hurts me, but also it gives me the reason to keep on working every day.